Hello and welcome to the Adventures on the Hero's Journey. Today we are in the Plane of Time, and I've already gone through the Plane of Time once. I did that offline to see the cadence of how I was going to do these videos, and we got a few items, but the way I'm going to I'm actually doing it. So we're going to do the trials, right? So you go into a trial, that starts the expedition. We're going to do the trial, and then we're going to do the trash after the trial. There's like this little ring event. That's going to be the first video. The second video is going to be the lesser gods. So there's 4 gods we're going to kill there. And then the next video will be the 4 gods, 4 gods and the greater ones like the Ralosek and Inaruk and stuff like that. And then the final video will be Quorum. Now, I cannot kill Quorum at this point in time, but I did get 6 item upgrades, right? So I got the Arm Guards of the Brute, a Hopebringer, I got a Band of Prismatic Focus, a Shield of Strife, Cloak of Combustion, and Great Mask of Flame. And those last 2 items are from Plane of Fire. So I got some upgrades to apply, but let's go ahead and get started here and go to the first trial. Now I go to the Undead trial first. Once you're inside, you can switch between them all. It's no big deal, but that is the best one for me as a paladin. Might be different for you, but it's a joke. That's why I'm doing all the trials and the trash together, because they're relatively simple. I found the gods to be relatively simple also. I did not have any issues with any of them except for Valon Zek, and that was because I wasn't paying that close attention when I was fighting him. But we're going to do this. So I think you just stand here and they spawn, right? Like, I don't know what it is, but you can see here, like, they're undead, so obviously no real issue here. Now, sometimes when I was doing it, this guy here in the middle would activate early. Like, and that comes for like all the trials. They're all the same thing, right? You fight a bunch of stuff, and then there's a middle mob, and then you fight them, right? Some of them, it was all active at once. I don't know if there's different rule sets and stuff on each of these, but definitely interesting. Kind of a waste to, like, it's a lot of time invested in this first half. But you can see here, we like just obliterate this undead stuff as, you know, a paladin, right? With, you know, 75k one-handed hits and stuff like that. So, and as we get our, you know, gear upgraded, it'll be a lot faster. And you can see here, this is the first item we got. Pretty nice necklace there. Now, you'll see here that we are in this area here where all the trials take place. The trash takes place here. So when we finish the trash, we teleport down here to the lesser gods, and then there's the same room again with the same lesser god, or different greater gods. So I like to just go from here out this door through this way, and then get to the other side of the trials here. Makes it easier. I think you can zone out and zone back in, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, you can go right here. I just stand on the plate. I don't know if it matters. I don't know what the trigger is, but something should spawn here in a moment. There we go. Piles of living rubble. Now, if I remember on this one, so when I kill this pile, there's going to be some little ones that spawn. We're going to want to kill those little ones beforehand. And once we kill 10 total mobs, we will get the boss, right? That's what I remember. I don't have like, it's a Casper realm or something like that has, there they are, all the notes on how to do Plane of Time, and that is the best resource for reading anything about this. It gives excruciating detail of every single thing. I think it's more detailed than EQ progression, and when I googled it, nothing came up for Alakazam, so like, I'm sure there's stuff on Alakazam that's useful, but I didn't see any. So I kill the blue ones before I go back to the even con ones, just because you get overwhelmed at a certain point. You're gonna get a lot of mobs, and while these aren't really doing much to us right now, you might be in lesser gear, so you want to make sure you can do what you can do. And I like to keep the heal over time going up at all times on this guy, just to make sure I always have a heal. But hopefully these arms are the first ones I got, so that's why I'm upgrading them first versus Hopebringer. Hopebringer's next. These are all best in slot items for this build. I got really lucky on that first run, so. And I didn't record it because I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna break this up, and I wanted to make sure I had it all like a logical, knew what I was doing kind of thing when we did it. So it wasn't me fussing around trying to figure out how to get things done. But it's relatively straightforward. I think the biggest issue I had was, can I just walk to the next one? And that just took me a few seconds to figure out that I could walk to the next one. And then once I beat all the trials, then right here, there'll be 3 bosses. And we kill those, and we jump down in this pit, I believe, if I remember right. But this first video is a lot of the trash required to kill. Once we get past this part right here, there'll be so it's like 8 bosses here, and then 2 bosses spawn here, and then once we get into this part, it's only 8 bosses until Quorm. So that'll be kind of the process, and I could not kill Quorm. So by splitting these up into the videos like that, when I can kill him, I will be able to just drop the video out of me killing him versus, having to watch all this over again or something like that. But yeah, I got him to, I think, 75%. But the Quorm fight, you got 3 ads, and if you kill one, they just respawn, right? So it's a lot of damage, plus, his damage. And, I'm still wearing, mostly, besides a few of these elemental plane armors, like it's Vexthal gear, Emperor gear, stuff like that, so. And I'm still using, like, the Trash Mob and Grieg's End weapon, plus the Spiked Energy Shield, so it's not like I'm over-geared for any of this stuff at this point in time. But I will be fairly well-geared once we get these items leveled up. And I've been distracted with another character I made, a Cleric Enchanter Bard, and it is by far the craziest build. Like, I thought this guy was crazy. That is a different tier of crazy. I'm gonna have a few videos on that character here pretty soon. Not gonna do the full boss gambit of everything, right? Like the character does not have any issues with bosses. We'll see. You'll see in the few that I do, but I want to kind of get her to time as soon as possible so I can start farming more time. And sleepers, right? I do sleepers and VP every day. I got pretty lucky today. I got a lot of legendary ones. But I don't know how useful those augs are for my build. So we got a Mask Conceptual Energy. These are, typically not that great, right? This is the commonest loot. You can see here, it's 9 platinum, but it's, that's the vendor sell price. Not worth some of the loot on some of these things, but it's just how it is. And typically, if you want to find cheap loot, just sort the bazaar by cheap. Set a 10 platinum limit, you'll find all kinds of crazy stuff. There we go. We have the Phoenixes now. The Phoenixes, same kind of concept. I think when you kill one, another one spawns. So we'll just burn these blue ones down first, and then kill the bigger ones. I think that's how it was. But I mean, they're not hard. This is trash weaker than most of the mobs we fight, And I mean, we're hitting them for 15k crits, and they're melting, right? Let's see here. I'm gonna put some AAs out, just to. I'm at the point, right? We're at 2,500 AAs, and I'm kind of I'm just buying stuff to buy it at this point. Like there's nothing I need for the build. Like there's a bunch of class things I could pick up here, but I don't dual wield, so I don't need the ambidextrous. I don't need sinister strikes. I'm not going to use stunning kick because it counteracts with eye gouge, which is the debuff, and whatnot. So we kill those, we get some more, and then the names with this one. So however you want to kill that, make sure you dispel him. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Now you can see they all 5 of these at once kind of hits kind of hard, but just throwing a heal over time on there, and I kind of gain hit points off of it, right? I can throw a heal out, and I'm back to full health, right? Nothing too scary. I could probably drop Whirlwind or Reckless and just knock these guys down pretty quick, but I'm kind of trying to save it. I need Whirlwind and Reckless for Valon Zek, and don't really want to wait around to wait for those timers, because the way that fight goes, he spawns multiples, and you know it's a lot of damage. So there we go. But I cannot guarantee that the next 3 to 4 videos are all from the same run, just in case like I have to go do something and they despawn. So there's a lot of things, a lot of variables involved in these fights. So that's why they're kind of also broken up into separate videos, just so it's the boring parts out first, and then if something happens and I have to go away, I'll be able to come back for the next gods when I'm ready to spawn them, and I don't have to record this again to show it. There we go. These just drop like junk, really. And then the named will drop another mask. So there you go, common. Alright, so that is Earth, Air, Undead. Now we need to go down to Water and Fire. They're relatively, relatively easy. Overall. I think Undead is the funnest because they die so fast. I wish you could get away with just doing one trial, but unfortunately that's not how it works. There we go. With something I'd like to see on the server, which would be really cool, is like a boss gambit event. Like they have these custom events, why not a custom boss gambit, right? Like put it in the arena, and every time you it just spawns each boss over and over again that you would possibly get throughout progression, and till you die. I think that'd be kind of cool. You get like a lockout, just like any other raid, and just you kill a boss, you get the loot, kill a boss, get the loot. That'd be kind of fun. It's not like the loot really is, matters, right? And then have like spawn quorum at the end or something. That'd be kind of cool. But you'd have to like go through, Nagafen, Vox, Track, Talendor, all the way all through every single boss in the game. That would be kind of hilariously funny. Now on this one, I think I killed the name already, right? And then he spawns these ads at certain percentages. I can face tank them, so I don't really care about killing them, but you probably want to kill them on spawn because they're going to be doing some damage. And if you notice, like I have this like gold glowing thing now, right? I made the ornate monk gloves, which are clicky celestial tranquility, which is the celestial tranquility of the epic. Because I have not done the epic on this character, right? I got it to the Fang, and then I was like, oh god, I got to go to Skyfire and farm a book. Then I gotta go farm another robe. I was just like, oh god, this is boring. I'm not gonna do that. And so I just put it off and put it off, and then I saw it in chat. Somebody mentioned that the gloves were the same, so I had the pattern already. I went and checked it out, and bam, it is. So that boosts our haste, but it also boosts our attack by like 50 or so. Another mask, jeez. So we get a little bit more attack and armor class out of that. That's kind of nice. And now we're down to the fire trial. Just another stand here and tank its bank. Come on. Now I can't remember. I think when I kill one of these, and I'll get another ad, or I might have to kill all three. So yeah, there's the other ad, and we get 2, I believe, every time we kill one. So this one can be overwhelming if you kill these blue ones first, but I don't know. They're not too hard, right? It's just like normal, normal planar mobs, right? Not too big a deal. And I'm just, doing my rotation here. 4 stuns, taunt, rage volley. I have Tiger Claw, Flying Kick, Frenzy, and Bash on auto skills, so those go off whenever they want. I also do Divine Stun, Battle Leap, Eye Gouge, and throw stone on cooldown via my spam button here. They're all just thrown in there. And I also click the gloves every time I push the button. The gloves, I think, get activated since they're instant cast. So definitely works for me. I don't know if it's the best. I know I do have a little less DPS than some of the posts on the Discord for this, but I still don't, I'm still wearing Luckland gear, so I think once I get into full playing the time gear of what, best in slot and stuff like that, I think I should be about on par with all the other posts and stuff. And I don't know, people have been asking if I'll make any guides and stuff on how I play the video or how I play this character. I mean, I feel like I talk about everything I do in each of these videos. The rotations there on the screen, there's nothing really hidden. So I might do one, but the best information you're gonna find on this build is in the Discord, in the sheet that Seawalk made, because it is his build, and he has created quite the spreadsheet of gear showing all the different options and stuff like that, along with the tribute. I run Bulwark of Honor, Fury of Combat, Power of Alacrity, Power of Will, and Vengeful Aura. I run all those as my my tribute, and I get tribute from doing Sleeper's Tomb and giving all the stuff to the tribute vendor. So I find that to be the best way to do it, and I always leave it up, and it seems to last forever. It seems on this boss here, every few percentage of his health he spawns an ad, so something to keep in mind there if you can't face tank at all. But there, I mean, there's even more right there. A ferocious warboar. What the hell? Oh my gosh, where'd those come from? Oh, those are from the next trial. All right. Yeah, so the next trial is spawned on top of us. So here, I'm just gonna pop Whirlwind just to get rid of this stuff, because it's getting a little ridiculous on how much damage I'm taking here. Now, Whirlwind makes me riposte every single attack. You can see I'm kind of whittling these things down, but didn't really do much. It might have been smarter to pull him in the back of the room. I didn't have this happen the last time I did this, like my first run through here. So I'm wasting a lot of resources to get healed up here. But I might have not done fire last time though. There we go. The riposte discipline didn't really do much at all. I think that Ferocious Warboar is the named for the next wave, I believe. Let me look here. There's 2 names here, a name there, 2 names there, so that just seemed to be a little bit higher of a level mob. There we go. And then once we kill those, all the stuff outside, we should be able to go into the pit. Now you don't have to kill. See all these mobs here? You don't have to kill all those. But I highly recommend it, because if you die and you have to run back, you have to run through here. So I recommend going through, at least killing whatever ones, you know, that you're gonna run through. You know, you can wait until you come back, but I would do it beforehand, just because you're gonna have timers related to boss despawns and stuff for some reason. I'm told that it's a bug, but I don't know. So we got another neck. And that's it. Alright, let's get out of here. Go into the next tier. Now, there's usually trash mobs there, just like you can see the trash mobs over there. I'm going to pull those ones. And just kill these ones real quick. Because I find they'll aggro. Sometimes they aggro, sometimes they don't. At least these ones I found aggroed last time I did it, so. And you can see there, they hit pretty hard. Like, I'm getting chunked down. A lot of resources being used that I would not like to be using. Man, those arms are taking forever to level up. 50%, I think is what it said. It's almost worth it if I just send them to an alt. Well, I can't do it now, but send them to an alt and just de-attune it. And send them back. I mean, it seems like it would be less effort on my part. Can't remember how much it costs to de-attune something. I think it's 10 EOM. Which isn't too bad. 10k-ish. 15k-ish. Alright, all these dead. Alright, so now we can get these guys. Now, they come together, and you can split them. Like if I feign death, right? They should split. Like, see, you split, right? If I stand back up. And 1, 2, 3. Feign death. The splitting is, you know, takes a little bit more time. I could probably just face tank these guys. Let him walk back. I don't think they're... I think they're immune to root, so... Oh, he came anyway, so... Alright, we'll just kill them both. You know, they don't hit as hard as the trash, I'd say, probably. But if we're lucky, when we go right past right here, we'll just get this undead mob right here. He's red. He's not too hard, but like all of these mobs right here are undead. So they're fairly easy to kill. There we go. And then these are both like the named of this wave, right? So they, you know, they drop items, right? Oh, that was a nice one. So this is a Hoop of Enlightenment Legendary, right? So this is a pretty nice little earring. So let's save that over there. I don't think it's worth much, but it's nice, right? If you don't have better. Yeah, it's about 5,000. I don't know what it is today. I'm getting a lot more legendary drops. It's like there's a bonus for loot going on or something that I'm not aware of. Tiny jade ring. All right. Now we can go up to this tier door. Over here. And we should be able to just like walk right there. We got a few mobs. Just kind of bring them. And yeah, it looks like we got all the trash there. What do we got? We got a wand of vortex. Nice. I think I just bought like 4 of those for my bard, so I could have something to click the spell. But they're only like 10 platinum. Those are extremely cheap, but it's like a really quick dispel at legendary. There we go. All those are done. That's like all the mobs in there except for 2. Let's just go ahead and kill those. For the sake of getting it done, right? Alright, let's go over here. Now, if we're lucky, just gotta... we can body pull without getting everybody, but I don't feel like we're getting that lucky. There we go. Let's get the Undead, and there we go. Now, I'll leave the rest of that trash up. If I have to kill it again because I die or something like that, then so be it. I'm not too concerned right now. There we go. I need to go farm. I still haven't killed Saru, right? Because I don't have a Sarubane weapon, but I gotta go farm like meteor dust or something so I can make the Quicksilver, because I'm too cheap to buy it because it was like 5k. Let's see what it is now. There's not even any for sale right now. Let's see here. Meteor dust. I don't even see meteor dust for sale. So gotta go farm all that. It's pain. Like I think people were wanting like 20k for the fist. I was just like, that's ridiculous. I farmed it myself. I bought the sheets of that you need for the weapon combined for like 2k. Not too bad. All right, we got a cloak of ferocity and gloves of disruption. Those gloves look like they might be pretty nice at legendary. That'd be like 20 spell damage. That is pretty nice. Those might be some good stuff. I don't know about the cloak though. I don't think that's better than the cloak of combustion. All right, that's all the bosses. You can see now down in this pit, there's this whole entire army of junk we gotta kill. Now, you can see here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That doesn't sound right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. I guess there is 13. Oh, no, there it is. 14 right there. I didn't see the cube. So there's 7 waves here, right? So we kill the trash, we get 2 mobs. Kill the trash, 2 mobs. So and so on. And then once all this stuff is dead, there'll be 2 mobs here that spawn, and then we'll go into the next area. Alright, so let's click all our clickies, make sure we are buffed. And then jump down there. It's an immediate fight once we get onto that little island. And it's always good to make sure you got all your stuff clicked. Alright. Now, the first wave, I think it's always this, right? Now, it's not too hard of a wave. Now, I will have to probably feint off some stuff here and there, just because of how crazy some things can get. Like you see there, I'm already at like 50% health just from this stuff. But for me, I feign death off a lot of stuff because, you know, it just saves me from dying. And it doesn't reset the event or anything like that. The mobs will just go back to the center and you can continue that way. I personally, I don't think I would like to play without any kind of feign death. Especially like in, you know, hardcore mode. Like, especially this feign death that the monk gets in particular is just so overpowered. I think it's better than pretty much anything else for, you know, that protection. And I think that's really what it's worth, right? There we go. Now, you can see I'm at 40% mana. Now I'm going to have to med at some point. And which, it gets tricky because these bosses are just always charging at you. So if I pull back a little bit, they're going to probably attack me. But I'm going to try to med for just a second. Now you can split them. I was successful in splitting them, but it does take a little bit longer to get them split than you would probably like to spend, in all honesty, right? Alright, we got some mana come in. I'm just going to pop them. Now you can't skip ahead or do anything like that. See how the board goes back immediately. And so if you know, are an FD class, you can definitely probably split them. I don't think they're snareable, but your mileage may vary. There's like a reflection on my desk hitting me right in the eye. Oh man. But they're not too hard, and they all drop a different tier of loot, right? So that was the first tier of loot. All of these bosses have a pool of loot they drop, which is slightly better than the previous one. And I truly can't remember what they were, but I think most of it I did not keep. In fact, I only kept these items here for the most part. There we go. He did not drop anything. This one should drop something. Otherwise, I got nothing this round. There we go. Get a heal over. There we go. These things, you know, they hit pretty hard. Right, I'm getting hit for 1700s, right? And I really don't have the AC. I need to get into like 36 to 3800 AC to really start mitigating some of the stuff better. But I know that mitigation needs to go up too, so. Now we're missing things like the sleeper aug for blocking, and stuff like that, so we need that. Wow, no loot at all on that round. I don't think I've ever experienced that. Now this round is undead, I believe. Yeah, you can see some of these are undead because they just melt, and that is beautiful, right? It is so nice to have all this undead just for free experience, right? And then the two bosses move up to the center. And we fight both of these at the same time. I guess it's not 100% chance you get loot every round. I could have swore I did last time, but you can see here these. I thought I killed the other guy. There we go. Alright, let's pop these guys off for a second. We got a necklace of celestial energy. So it's a pretty nice necklace, and I'll, you know, if you have a friend that needs something, right? That's definitely a nice item to hand their way. All right. Well, we didn't get them all. I guess we did get them all. I was excited there for a second. All right, we're gonna reckless this. Now, making sure you use your cooldowns is like the key to success in this zone. You have a lot of cooldowns, a lot of burns, a lot of different things. You gotta use them pretty much as you can. Go. Perfect. And we're getting a lot of AAs here, right? I think we've already gotten 50. So it's definitely, a good chunk of experience from this stuff. All right, I am definitely gonna med. I'm gonna med for until I'm like 100%, so we can go from there. All right, we got mana. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna try to split them. I feel like it's just like a waste of resources, right? Like you gotta conserve as much as you need, and if I take both of them at the same time, I'm gonna be healing more than I'm gonna be doing damage. Luckily, that one ran off. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pull him. Oh, I got them both again. Feign death. Get that off. It's much easier with without the holy aura bug that I was dealing with. There we go. In the Earth video, but definitely easier to split these with the instant FD versus the other FD. There's some guy like saying Slay Undead's useless, and oh my god, so wrong. It's been clutch on a lot of bosses early in Luckland. The cursed just like almost one shot him. There we go. And boom. No loot for that guy. Let's grab this one. But splitting them like this, I mean, I think when I have full gear here, it will not be something I do. It'll probably go a little bit faster. Like, I don't have heal procs, I have a rune proc, so a heal proc would definitely keep me, probably sustain me through a lot of this. And I could double tank them, There we go. I always make sure I have my damage shields up. I can get like, I think it's like, what, 60 damage currently? It's hard to see. $41 right now. I'm missing something, but another no loot boss. All right, then these guys, they're more like scary looking than they are a threat. But if I have to, I'll feign them off. Like, this build has no AoE, right? Except for whirlwind and reckless. And I'm not about to switch to my AoE sword. It's just not worth it. There we go. But they die fast enough. There's I think one more undead wave, and then it cycles through, right? It's all the minions of all the different gods, right? That you've already fought up to this point. Like, these are the Kazakh minions. The pigs and stuff, or those are Ralos minions. go. Are we getting like an AA per kill here? Jeez. It's like every other kill is an AA. Alright, we get 2 more named here. I'm gonna try to split these ones. Come on now. What if you guys go home? Who will it be? There we go. Cube is going back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because, yeah, I mean, we've already used 20% mana on just that one wave, right? So. I think mana is gonna be the weakest point for us, I think, in this build. Just don't really like, I'm burning so much to stay alive, you know. And I think gear will help that some, but there's no quick mana regens. I have a paladin beast lord monk that I am leveling up, and I'm excited for him because he's got Paragon, he's got the pet, he's already got his hope bringer and you know whatnot. So he's just crazy. His hope bringer, when I bloodlust, it just destroys mobs, and I do a dual wield on that one. He's got, I think, an ethereal destroyer on the offhand. And oh my gosh, there's just so much damage coming out of him with all the sustain and stuff. So it's definitely something a little different than this one. And I'll probably do some videos on him once we get all the time stuff done. There we go. And nothing again. more of these guys. Just kill these as fast as possible. Now I do get a heal every time I kill something, but it's just not enough to sustain out some of these red mobs, right? These are red, so it's, you know, I gotta drop a heal every time. The stun heal doesn't really sustain as much now. Oh my god, was it 9%? I had to feign that off. That was crazy. I'm very quick on the feign death now. Like, I have it on my mouse, and if I get too low, I gotta just hit it. Getting no good heals, like. Kind of worried. The heals are not as big today. Do I have the right? Yeah, I have the right heal over time on. I feel like I'm taking more damage than normal right now. But I'm pretty much done now with the archetype AAs. So now it's just random ones in here. I think what I should do is grab planar power first. That'll increase our stat cap. You know, there we went up a bunch. So, pretty nice. Alright, we're going to pull this guy. I'm going to feign death in 3, 2, 1. Should give, if the boar goes back first, it should give me plenty of time to get him without him re-aggroing. Alright, what are we at? 46% mana? definitely gonna need a med. What are we at here? We got, what, 3 waves left? Plus the 2 big guys after this. There we go. Ouch. Oh, we got a necro clicky snare damage. All right, nice. That's pretty cool. Well, I guess one of these is going to be an undead wave, so that's not even, doesn't even really count. This can just go so fast. There we go. Right, everything's looking good. I think we will want a med here. I want a med after this guy, but I don't think we're gonna be able to with the trash up. Kind of med for the bosses, but not the trash. Oh, this one's not bad. All right, so these assassins of hate, they're undead. Forgot about these guys. Now, the Nightwalkers are not undead. I say that, but some of them were undead. All right, maybe the female ones are undead, the males aren't. I last time I got half and half, I guess. Yeah, because these ones aren't. That wasn't too bad. Now this one's, since they're, you know, one's undead, I can just pull them both at the same time. And, you know, look at that. Just destroy her. Elemental chain pants. There we go. What's he got on him? Nope. Goodbye. And these are like the clerics of Interrupt from Hate, right? They just do cleric stuff. Oof, he's not moving. There we go. Could not break his whatever there. Oh, undead wave. Now, I don't think the hobgoblins are undead. No, they're normal. So, the pawns, they're undead. There we go. These ones are just like the stuff from playing a nightmare, right? Maybe a little higher level. Obviously, they're hitting definitely harder. Right, we're already at 11. So let's get some more planar power there. Increase our stats. What are we at? 325? So, like, all these stats that are higher level, right? We're capped at 325 plus, you know, 114 or whatever it is because of the heroic stat. So increasing that will increase our stats slightly. There, and both of these guys are undead, so they're just thwack, thwack. There we go. Alright. Can I sit right here? Alright, looks like I can. I'm gonna get full mana, so for this last wave, and then we'll go from there. Alright, these guys aren't gonna let me med, so I gotta kill them. I tried so hard. Let's get a heal. Could have swore those terror-looking things were undead, but guess not. Maybe in House of Thule they are. Go. And then I will med at the boss. It's because they shouldn't attack, right? And then we'll med there. Because right after we kill these two, we'll get the two giant rock guys to spawn. And then we're on to the lesser gods. There we go. Come on. Alright. I'm gonna med up while I get... I just need, you know, full mana for this. Alright, here we go. Let's get the Champion of Torment. Let's just see how hard these are both at once, right? Not too bad. Might cost us a little mana, but save us a little time. Whew. I don't know why that heal is not that great anymore, man. I'm not getting crits, I guess. There we go, 7 seconds on that. Perfect. Stuns aren't healing as much. I feel like there was a nerf. I just feel like I'm getting less healing here. Alright. Now once this guy dies, 2 rock guys will spawn up there by the portal. That's the portal to the next area right over there. And how long on Reckless? 16 minutes. Alright. Go. Another heal over time. No more loot. Alright, and then these two guys here spawn. Now they can be split, so just target one of them and pull them back. I think once he goes up the stairs, you got to get this one first because the other one's on behind this one, so need that guy to go walk back first. In theory, I mean, I guess you could get him, either one of them, but I found it easier to kill him first. Come on. It just takes a little bit of patience to split these guys off, but I don't think I can tank them both at the same time. Those other two are, you know, dicey enough. Come on, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And then we just thwack this guy down here. I'm going to heal over time. Might be enough to sustain us through this now. I don't believe these guys had any mechanics other than just tank and spank that I can remember from last time I did this. But shouldn't be too big a deal. They do hit hard, right? Like 1200. Yeah. When they get through, they get through. It's pretty crazy. Right. Throw a heal up. And now he does frenzied flurries, so he's just like constantly doing extra attacks and stuff on the tank. Some of these do wild rampages, so if you have like pets or something like that, they're gonna, you know, start destroying the pets. But I think they just did a patch where pets won't get hit by rampage or something like that. So I don't know. Because it was making a lot of content impossible for the pet builds. Because their pets were getting just absolutely destroyed. Alright. Looking pretty good now, right? So he's pretty down. Like, this build doesn't have any, like, real debuffs or anything like that. I'm thinking about... I thought I had one on me, but I don't think I do anymore. But trying to find, like, some kind of slowing weapon. Like a tash weapon, a slow weapon. So I can kind of just, like, throw those into fights. For some of these longer fights, right? Like, this fight's been going on for a little while. And if I could have tashed it and slowed it, you know, that might have been... you know, might be helpful. But I'm just not... I don't... The only slow weapon I can think of is the one from... oh gosh, what is it? Velius. Yeah, we get a face guard of Frenzy. I believe that is like a best in slot item, actually. Yeah, 49,000 best in slot. Let's look at the stats at Legendary, right? So this jumps up to 32 attack, 8 accuracy. So that's definitely... I think that's best in slot for some other build. Not this build, per se, because the Great Flame, I think, is better. But definitely nice. I'll have to see. It might be best in slot for my Beast Lord version. Go. Now I'm going to go ahead and use Speed Discipline, kind of speed this up a little bit. So it took me an hour and 5 minutes to get to this point, so I think there's some optimization that could be done to speed that up a little bit. But I know some people are having 1 hour clears of the entire zone, so definitely my DPS is a little lacking on this stuff right now. No, I'm still in Luckland gear, so as we get the other stuff in there, it should be nice. All right, we can upgrade that. What are we at here? 335. So definitely a huge stat increase across all our stats there, just from putting points into planar power now. Do that and a heal over time. This guy seems easier, in all honesty, than the last one. Not that neither of them are like not too hard or anything. I think I need to kill Tunar to get the belt for another damage shield, plus some more AC clicky. I don't think that doesn't stack, right? Should stack with everything I got. So that might be something. Might be a fun video. Go and see if we can burn Tunar down. I know that there was a build video by Seawalk he did. And he went in and killed Tunar. And that was kind of like the first video I saw for this build. I was like, wow, that's fun. Because I always wanted to do that with Kazakh Thule. So definitely interesting there. Timeless Coral. Interesting. Timeless Coral Greatsword. It heals you for 115. I know with like all the mods and stuff, this will heal for like 1,000. So that's kind of an interesting weapon, I guess. keep yourself healed. But there we go. We're done with this part. So what I'll do is let me get a screenshot right here. Maybe the screenshot with like all the guys in the field would have been better, but here, I'll go ahead and show this and we'll do this in the next video. Come on. There we go. All right. So over there is Terrace Thule, Saren, and then Valon and Talon Zek are over there. But there we go. We're now to the lesser gods in Plane of Time, and I will be doing those in the next episode. I'm going to met up and get ready to kill them. So there you go. That's the trash. I'll never make a video on doing that again, unless it's you know, just like an all-in-one video. But I will never, I will never do another one on that again because it's so boring for me, and I'm sure it's boring for you. But thank you very much for watching, and please have a fantastic day.